Hey everyone, this video is to help you in using WebEx. Um, if you've already logged into Schoology and found this video, way to go. If you're watching this video from our WebEx, then you already figured out how to log on, which is awesome. I am going to show how to log on, but then I'm also going to talk a little bit more about how to use the chat, how to raise your hand, and more features within WebEx. So, hopefully, you have been able to figure out where our course page is. Everything that we'll be doing for this first quarter, you would find right in here. And so, in order to get into a WebEx meeting for our classroom, you're going to click on this blue and green circle at the end of the week. So, you click on that, it opens it up. And then I get a little box here that asks me if I want to open it up into something, and I'm going to click cancel. And then I'm going to just choose the option join from browser. When you click that, it's going to ask you a whole bunch of different questions about how to join the meeting. And then it might ask you for your email address and your password, and that you just need to enter the information that you would enter for Schoology. I've already done that, so I'm going to go into the meeting that's in progress. So you hopefully come to a page that kind of looks like this, but with a lot more people in it. And then if you move your mouse around, you'll see that along the bottom, you have a whole bunch of different options of things you can do. So I'm going to go through these from this side all the way to the end. So starting with the little microphone icon. It is a microphone, but it always has a line through it, which is kind of confusing because it seems like your microphone is always off. But it actually has to be red for it to be off. So right now my microphone's off. And if I click it again, it's going to turn black. And that means my microphone is on. It will go away, but if you move your mouse, you will see that it comes back up again. And if I want my microphone off, I just click it again, and red means it's off, black means it's on. Most of the time you want your microphone to be off. Otherwise, it gets way too loud in the meeting and confusing, and it sounds weird. So we want to try to keep our microphones off unless we're the ones speaking. Right next to your microphone is a camera. It's the little square with the triangle on the side. And again, it's kind of confusing because it has a line through it, which might make you think that it is off. And right now it is off because it's red. But if I click it and it turns black, then my camera comes on and there I am. I can move my window. I'm not sure if you can move yours like that, but I bet you can. And so then I have my camera on now. Remember, black means on and red means off. So you have your microphone. Right now, my microphone's off because it's red. And right next to it is my camera. And it's on because it's black. Next to that, you'll see like half of a square with a little arrow in it. And that means that you can share your screen. Right now, you can't share your screen because you're not the presenter. But let's say you were giving a presentation about something you learned later on in the year. I would give you permission to be able to show it, and you could show us your whole screen and what you were doing if you made something really cool that you wanted to share with us. That would be when you're presenting later on in the year. So one more time, you've got your microphone, and then you have your camera, and then you have your sharing the screen. Right next to that, you see a little guy with 3 little lines. Do you see him? That's the participants. It's a fancy word for the people that are in the meeting. If you want to see who's inside the meeting, you just click it. It'll turn blue, and then the side will come over like it did for me, and you will see a whole bunch of people, hopefully inside of that, all of the people that are in our class. And then if you want that to go away, you just click that little participant guy again. Pretty easy. One more time. You've got your microphone, your camera, sharing the screen, participants or the people in the class. And then right next to that is a feature we're going to use a bunch. That's the chat. So it has a little speech bubble in it. And if you want to be able to chat with our class or with me, you click that and it'll bring it over. I'm going to be asking you to use the chat a lot so that we don't have everyone's microphones on and no one is shouting at each other. So I might ask you a bunch of different questions about yourself, and you can type it in, and I will be able to see your responses. So will everyone else. And then we can learn more about each other through the chat. And it's really easy. So if I asked you, um, would you rather go to the mountains or the beach? You would type in what your answer is, and then I would be able to see it really quickly. And then everyone else can see it too. And you can scroll up from earlier in the meeting and later in the meeting and see all of the different things that people have written in response to different questions. I like to keep the chat on so that I can see if you guys write a question to me. If you were like, Ms. Bear, I need help. If you type that in there, I would see it, and then I would be able to come and help you either right then or maybe later on in the moment. So the chat is really, really useful, and I love it, and we're going to use it a lot this quarter. If you want the chat to go away, though, you're trying to see the whole screen and what I'm showing you, you click the chat button again. I'm going to go through all this stuff one more time. Microphone. Red means off, black means on. Camera. Red means off, black means on. Sharing your screen. Participants or people. Chat. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is how to raise your hand if you wanted to be able to raise your hand in class. So instead of sitting here with your hand up, all of you are little squares on my screen, and I might not be able to tell if your hand's up or not. You can raise your hand to let me know that you need some help. So you click on the black circle with the 3 little dots inside of it that says more options. When you click inside of that, the thing at the very top says raise hand. And if you click on that, it will tell me that you have a question, and I'll be able to see it along the side of my box because I'm the host right now. Let's say I was talking and I answered your question and you don't need to talk to me anymore. You can just move your mouse around to get that screen back, and you can click on more options again. And now it says lower hand because your hand's up. And so you've decided, you changed your mind, you don't want help. You can click lower hand and it will go away. I'm going to do that one more time. To raise your hand, you're going to click on more options. And you would click the raise hand, and that tells Miss Bear, oh, I have a question, or I need some help. Right now, if you leave your screen alone for a second, all of those options along the bottom will go away. Just move your finger on your mouse pad again, and you'll see all of those options again. Go back to that little circle, click it, and lower your hand. Cool? So, microphone. Remember, red means that it's off, black means it's on. Camera, sharing your screen, participants, chat, and then the more options is where you can raise your hand or lower your hand. At the very end here, if you click on this to leave, you can leave the meeting. Sometimes I will end the meeting for us and it will automatically go away. And sometimes I will say, okay, I'm going to meet with a group right now. If you're not in this group, you need to leave the meeting. And then that way you can leave the meeting. All this is really good stuff to be able to do when we're in a WebEx meeting. We're going to practice it now, and I will talk to you later. Okay. That's all. Bye.